Hi, I'm here on Thursday morning with Nicky Hockly. So, hi Nicky,
Hello.
how are you?
Very well, enjoying the conference.
Well, would you like to tell the viewers something about yourself?
Sure. Well, my name is Nicky Hockly. I'm the Director of Pedagogy of the consultancy. And the consultancy is an online training and development organization. So we do online teacher training on the one hand, and we do consultancy work with educational organizations, ministries of education, universities. It's always about the kind of the application of digital technologies to language teaching. That's our area, if you like. Yeah.
And what's your relationship with IATEFL? You've got quite a history.
Yeah, I've been involved in IATEFL since probably the mid-1990s. The first committee that I joined was the Teacher, Trainers and Educators Special Interest Group.
Right, yeah.
That was, probably the mid-1990s, and I became coordinator of that at one point.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years later, I joined the Learning Technologies Special Interest Group.
Yeah.
And I was joint coordinator. Well, first of all, I ran the kind of online events program for that, and then I became a joint coordinator, first with Paul Sweeney and then with Sean Wilden. So I have a kind of long history with IATEFL. I've been coming to conferences for over a decade. And for me, it's the kind of the highlight of the year. It's a wonderful event.
So if you've been working with the SIGs for this length of time, any sort of major changes over the
Yes, I think so.
30 odd years?
Yeah, 30 years plus
Yes.
I've been teaching. Definitely. I mean, I think before when we would run events, things like IATEFL, belonging to SIGs, that was really one of the few avenues for professional development that were available. There was not much else. And then, of course, since the rise of the internet and more access and resources and so on, there's a lot more on offer. So there's all these resources available for trainers or for teachers, webinars and courses and formal, informal learning and networking opportunities that we just didn't have before and we can now do online. But I think the face-to-face networking that we do here at the conference and within the SIGs, that remains important.
Yeah,
but we do have other options now, which is great.
Okay. And so it's Thursday today, so have you been here since Monday?
Monday afternoon I arrived in Brighton,
Right, so what have your standout moments been so far this week?
Well,
how many and the best things?
Well, first of all, coming back to Brighton, because I was at university here for 3 years.
Oh, right, okay.
So this is my old stomping ground in the UK, and I love Brighton. But the conference, I've seen some really excellent talks. This year, I mean, my thing is digital technologies, but I've actually been going to more teacher development talks this year, just to continual professional development. I'm involved in a large continual CPD project at the moment, so looking at what's happening there and getting some more ideas, and so that's been great. And I went to one particular session which was run by a colleague from Brazil, looking at the CPD program that they have in their large chain of schools, and some of the research that he's done into what seems to be effective for their teachers. Yeah, that was extremely interesting. But I've seen lots of other very, very good talks.
And you've already given your session. How did that go?
I did. Yeah, I gave it yesterday morning. The topic was teaching live through video conferencing, so either language classes or teacher training. We had a fairly large crowd, which surprised me, probably about 250 people. I sort of expected, I expected kind of 10, and all of them to be friends. But there's obviously a growing interest there. At the consultancy, about 2 years ago, we launched a new online teacher training course, 2-week course called Teaching Live Online. And over these 2 years, we've seen a massive increase in enrollments. So the idea of teaching through Skype or teaching through video conferencing, whether it's teacher training or language teaching, is obviously becoming more and more accepted. Teachers are more interested in receiving training in this area. They see it as a possible career path. The idea of being able to, be at home and teach in your pajamas. I mean, well, pajamas would be the bottom part. Then you want the nice smart bit on the top for the video. As I'm guilty of that myself, actually, I must admit. So we've seen a real kind of uptick in interest in this as a way of teaching, and this is of course because the technology has become so much more accessible. More and more people have video conferencing options available. Bandwidth is improving. You can even take part in video conferencing via your mobile device. Even on a data connection, assuming that your connections are okay from the point of the trainer or teacher and the the recipient. But definitely a large amount of interest. So we've started offering a scholarship at the consultancy for our 2-week courses, including this particular one. We have our application period opens on the 15th of April, which is next week, a couple of days, till the 31st of May. So, if anybody's interested in a scholarship opportunity, go and check it out on our website.
So is that the area you're most working on at the moment, or are you just, about to launch into a new area?
Yeah, I mean, it's always related to technology, so that's a fairly new course. At the moment, we're developing a kind of a compact, well, actually finished developing it, mobile learning course. Right. So we've been working in mobile for many years. Yes. Several years ago, we offered a slightly longer, more complex 6-week mobile-related course, and now we're launching a much more focused, shorter 2-week course, because again, this is a technology that in 2012, I think when we started working in mobile, was not that mainstream, but now has become, I think pretty much everybody uses mobile devices in some way with their students, whether in the class or outside the class. So looking specifically now at, classroom applications, a kind of practical course in how to integrate mobile devices in a very, a pedagogically sound way. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than just to play with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, we've still got about a day. Yeah, around about a day left of the conference. So is there anything you're particularly looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm going to try and take it a little bit easier, because this is always what happens. You come to the conference, you go to every session the first day, and then every session the second day. And I'm feeling a little bit tired at the moment, so I'd like to spend a bit more time going around the exhibition, looking at that a little bit more carefully. There's always interesting new things around. New learning technology products, sometimes they're worth looking at. I mean, not that they're all wonderful or that they solve anything, but it's worth knowing what's going on in the market. And apart from that, just going to a couple more sessions this afternoon.
Right, okay. Well, it's great to see you.
Thank you.
And thank you for talking to us.
Thanks, Fiona.